is our first trap check. We got a weasel hanging hidden here. Katie's still there. We still got Marten Magic. We're using Marten Magic in these sets. Just a small guy, but first trap, we got fur. What I always try to do and make a habit of when I set my trap, I first set my trap and then I tie it to the tree. Because I've heard some bad stories about guys getting caught in their trap and then they can't get the trap loose. So I leave my safeties on. The trap is secure. Safeties come off last. She's reset. We got a weasel in the box. On to the next trap. Okay, Logan, how many traps have we checked now? We've
4 or 5.
3, 4, 5. This is our 6th trap checked. And we had a weasel in the first set. We got something a little bigger here. Big mature Marten, really big Marten.
Looks like a big male.
Yeah, you can see he came in from this way. Beautiful, beautiful dark.
Big head.
Big head. Oh yeah, she's very mature. He's very mature. Just back up a little bit, Logan, so you can get the whole set in here. I'm gonna explain to you a little bit what happened here. You see that Marten all right?
Yeah.
So what happened was, I've got all my traps. We're on private property here. And I've got all my traps. I don't have them tied to the tree. I have them over on a branch hanging this way. And I'm very glad that I did. Because what happened was, me and Jackson came in, we set these traps, and the next day it started getting cold and we had between minus 35 and 40 for about a week, just over a week. So I never came and checked. I used to go check when it was minus 30, anything colder than minus 35, I wouldn't check. But minus 35, I would go check. I've stopped doing that now. I don't go out when it's that cold anymore. So I missed a week of 1 week of check, and then both of my pickups broke down, and I had no pickup to get out here. And so now I have both trucks, so it's almost been 2 weeks. The longest I've ever let my traps sit out was 2 weeks, and I hate doing that. It's not good. I mean, I have quick kill traps. All my traps that I'm hanging are quick kill traps. So the Marten goes in, boom, it's over very, very quickly. So it's not that the animal suffered, but if I would have this Marten hanging on the side of the tree here and not like this, you'd have shrews and mice, weasels, even squirrels. They'll come and gnaw on this. Birds. And this Marten is in perfect shape. And the reason for that is I got him hanging away from the tree. So if I wouldn't have done that, a 2 week check, I don't recommend that to anybody. The circumstances, I had no choice. I had to do it. Bait's still there. So I'll take this marten out of here. Really nice, big, mature male. One reason I can tell instantly it's a male is it has this little strip right here. There's usually not much fur growing there. So that's one way you can usually tell that it's a male. And females just don't get this big. This is a 3-4 extra large marten. Nice dark, big white blaze under its chin, typical of marten, or orange. You know, when you haven't caught these for a year and you walk up to your first marten, you just get the appreciation of how beautiful the fur is on these animals. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous animal. I'm so thankful that we went out today, me and Logan. Jackson had a test in school, so he's kind of missing out on this, because these sets, he helped me with all these sets. So gorgeous, gorgeous animal. Hit him right behind the head. I mean, this marten, you can just see it ended very quickly for him. So I can smell marten magic. The lure's still working. Oh, that's a gunshot. I wonder what they're shooting. Deer season's over.
We've already seen 4 or 3 deer.
We've seen 3 deer and 2 elk. So the last video I put up, I asked you guys what you wanted to see. There were some comments about some ideas that I should have. And one idea that I hadn't heard before was marten trapping. So I'm hoping to probably take down. We're also going to be snaring wolves here for the rest of the winter. The wolves haven't moved in a while. We're not seeing any fresh tracks. It's very hard to tell where they're coming out. But we are going to be taking down our marten sets here probably right after New Year's, and then after that, I hope that I'll get time to put up a marten trapping tutorial, because if you can walk up to an animal, here, I'll come out. This set's good. Safeties are off. I'll hold them up against the snow and you can get an idea of just how beautiful that fur is. You know, if you look at beaver fur, how coarse beaver fur is compared to this. I mean, it's just like it's like silk on your face. I love trapping I love trapping anything, but every time I catch an animal, I say this is my favorite animal to catch, but it's fun. Right on. Well, we got 2 more sets to check. Hopefully we find some spots where we can hang up. We hung up 1 wolf snare. The reason I know there's wolves there is because we've seen wolf tracks come out before there, so we'll move on. Okay, so we've set 3 wolf snares. You're looking at one of them right now. It's very hard to see. I'll zoom in here a little bit. That's as far as I can zoom in. So it's right on this trail here. And it's underneath that log that's leaning up against that one poplar there. That's where my wolf snare is. You can just see the bottom of the snare. It's really hard to see right there. Now the idea is there's a lot of deer here. So I'm hoping I have that stick leaned up against a tree low enough that the deer are gonna jump over and the wolf is gonna go underneath. That's the idea. So we'll give this a whirl and see if that's the ideal thing. Here would be to use footholds, but I just can't get out here. It's a ways off. I just can't get out here every 24 hours. So we got to use snares, but we'll give it a whirl and we'll see if you guys have any ideas on better ideas how to avoid deer in your snares. Let me know. But I think this, it's low enough that the deer are gonna jump over. So we'll give it a try anyways. Okay, so this is our last trap. This is a smaller marten. It looks to be a female. Whew. Last trap. So out of 8 traps, we've had 2 marten and a weasel. And we set up 3 wolf snares. So another nice, really dark marten.
This is probably that marten that we saw in the tree stand.
It could very well be. Excuse me. Yeah, I can smell marten magic, so the lure is still working. There's been another marten here.
Is there bait still in the box?
Yeah, bait's still there. Another really nice marten, but I'll just give you an idea how big this other marten is. You can just see the size difference there. Now I'm hoping this to be a juvenile male, but that would be good. But this one here is a nice big one. So we didn't bring fur bags today because my truck is actually right over there. We'll throw another trap. One of these traps, the safety was broken off of the tree. So I used to always just set all my traps with my hands, and I decided that I didn't have to prove that I was a tough guy anymore. And I know that I can set these 120s, I can set a 330 without setters. But why? This is so easy. This is just way easier. Right? You know, if you're really trapping hard and you're gonna go set 100 marten traps in one day, you don't take this along, well, you barely be able to move your hands by the end of the day. And I used to do that. Not anymore. Some would say that's I'm getting smarter or wiser, but all I know is I don't have to prove to anybody that I'm tough. Right, Logan? Oops. So these are all the L120s. These are always my go-to, just because they fit into my marten box already. So some of you might say, why are you trapping with your trigger in? Some guys prefer this because the marten gets in further. Some guys prefer this. I actually do prefer this with the trigger to the outside of the box. But the reason I'm doing this is because my wire is here and I want the marten away from the tree. There was no branches. Plus I would have had to hack this tree down because things can, if I had it hanging here, something would climb up here and chew it. So this works. I got a dead marten there, so let's throw this guy in here. And yeah, so we set wolf snares, but in reality I would actually like if the wolf didn't move through here, because this is a really good deer spot. We've seen like 4 different deer today already.
One was a buck.
One was a buck. Actually no, we've seen a couple elk, and this is just a really good spot, and the wolves, they come through here. And you know, if the wolves come through here in November while the guy is hunting here, or we were hunting here, you know, the deer just disappear, and it's very, very frustrating when you know the amount of deer that are here. But whatever, we'll try to thin them out a little bit if they come through again. So, but this is the last set of the day. Hopefully I don't get stuck on the way out, but we're gonna head out and have some lunch and some tea, and go home and see what Mama's doing.